months ago.
Wow.
I was making $3,000 a month in my online business when I started studying law of attraction. And here I am $15 million later in just under 2 years in a beautiful academy to help purpose-driven entrepreneurs create success in their own lives.
The dollar amount is just a reflection of the impact that we have made on this world and how many people we've been able to help through courses, programs, masterminds, live events. And that leads us up to the Bahamas, where it was all coming together beautifully and things shifted. It was horrifying. I'm somebody who's always thinking about the future and the bright side and the fourth dimension, and there was none of that. But I have come out of this now just absolutely knowing without a shadow of a doubt, even more than I knew before, what I'm here to do. It was all part of the plan of preparing me to be able to help more people. Tomorrow starts tonight. This is one life. We're only here for a short time. I only have infinite number of opportunities. I only have an infinite number of moments to experience the wonder that is this life. And I'm not going to waste a moment of it any longer.
It has been the last 2 years that have been the greatest leaps in terms of who I am and the way in which I exist on this 3D plane. And while 2022 was the hardest year for me, health-wise, business-wise, self-love-wise, emotional-wise, it has led me to be the woman that I am today talking to you in this moment. I am the healthiest that I have ever been. While my health is at its best, my business is booming. We are having the biggest quantum leap we've had in business, and it is so beautiful to watch. And in 4.5 years, we are now sitting at over 25 million in revenue, heading towards 30 million. And I am so grateful for every person that has chosen me to lead them, to guide them, to hold space for them in their ascension. I always lead from the front, and I hope that everyone sees that me deciding to become my best, doing the hard work, getting uncomfortable, helps you to become your best, make a difference in this world. Step in and choose to be daring and to be bold and to serve and to help people. We have served people in over 55 countries in the past 4.5 years. We have had over 72,000 different people sign up for my live events. We have had over 2,100 people take courses and programs through Diamond Academy and to be changed and to be elevated. And we have created multiple millionaires and multi-millionaires. And this is just the beginning. Diamond Academy doesn't turn 4 until July 1st. And so we're coming up to a 4-year anniversary. Imagine what you can do in 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, and the impact you can make on this world. So I sit here today telling you my story in hopes that you see yourself in it, that I am simply a reflection of everything you are capable of, everything you can do, and the type of life that you can live for yourself, but you have to ask for it, and you have to go for it, and you have to see yourself worthy of it, and that you can soar as high as you want into this beautiful world that we live in. With much love and with much gratitude, Kathleen.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm so grateful that you are all back for day 2 of Identity Shift. I have so much to talk about and so much to go over. So we're going to be super, super efficient today. Just a little bit of run of the day for all of you so you know what to expect over the next 2 hours. I'm going to do a little bit of a recap about what we talked about yesterday and talk a little bit about the homework. Then we are going to talk about embodiment and how to embody a new or elevated version of yourself. Once you have gone into the conscious awareness of, okay, these are the ways in which I can think better of myself, it's about actually doing that then, not keeping it on that piece of paper there written out. And then we're going to have an interview today. Jessie is going to interview Sandra. And then we are going to do a guided visualization. This is a guided visualization that I got inspired by a dear friend of mine, ran this, it was just a recording of one of her visualizations from many, many years ago. And I did it and went through the visualization myself and loved it. And I thought, okay, I have got to recreate this in my own way. So I will do that for you all today. It's about 5 minutes. And then we are going to talk about what's new at Diamond Academy, what we have for Black Friday. We have so beautifully, Spirit has aligned us and guided us towards a Trinity offer. And so that's what I'm calling it, is a Trinity. Three things coming together very, very powerfully to create super, super powerful outcomes. The Trinity is also the mind, body, soul, but the Trinity can also be something that many people discuss in religious affiliations as well. So whatever the meaning is for you, it is what it is meant to be for you, but we will talk a little bit about that near the end of today. So thank you for my necklace. Yeah, thank you for the comments on my necklace. I had a feeling all of you were gonna say something about that. So one of the things that I really pride myself on doing is I pride myself on living in a loving perspective as much as I possibly can. And so what that means is that I want to experience the feeling of love as much as I can. I understand that when I am in a loving state, that I am in my connection to God. That is source energy. That is creative energy. So I don't want to be in fear, worry, doubt, or in my human experience. I want to be in spirit. So I was in anthropology. So this is from anthropology. I'll update you on my mom as well. She's watching right now. She's on here. I was in anthropology, and this beautiful necklace that wasn't very expensive at all, it just says, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, over and over and over again. And it was one of those things where I said, oh, I have to have that. Like, that just exemplifies something so beautiful. The other thing that I want to say about this too, many people in my energy, it's 9:11 a.m. Shannon Beardsmore as I'm talking about this. So a lot of people in my energy, what you will find is that I have now started to tell people I love you, no matter what that means, right? So it was very challenging for me at the beginning to tell someone that I love them unless they were a sibling, unless they were like a romantic relationship, a family member, something like that. But I have really come to the realization, I was telling my inner circle this, I've come to the realization that if I am love, and that is what I am, and I feel the feelings of love when I think of someone, when I am with someone, then why not express it? Why not say, you know what, I just love you? Why not say, I love you? And to say it with just this authenticity and this genuineness of, I'm not taking anything away from myself. I'm not actually giving you anything. You're not taking anything from me when I say it. That I'm just expressing a way that I feel around you, with you, when I think of you. And so I get people saying all the time to me, I love you, Kathleen. And it felt kind of strange to say it back at first, because it felt like, well, I really need to like mean this, or it has to have some sort of like deeper meaning or whatever. No, if I feel it, if you say it to me, I'm going to say it back to you. I'm going to say it to you. So I just thought this necklace was a perfect accessory that was put in my beautiful aura and energy for me to see, for me to wear, and just to express to everyone all the time that I love you. And who am I really talking to when I say that? Myself, because we are all one, and what I say to someone else, I say to myself. Right? So it's really beautiful. Anyway, so if you're somebody who doesn't express how they feel to other people very easily and effortlessly, that is just a pattern and a program. It's just a belief system that's been ingrained in you. You're just used to it. And there's an opportunity for you to try it on for size, expressing yourself to other people. So go tell somebody you love them today. If it's uncomfortable for you, go tell somebody that you love them today, and then tell them why. Try that. Just see how it feels. Anyways, but the feeling of love is the most beautiful thing. And so why not feel it all? Anyways, update on Mama. So Mummy is on here. Mama Wendy, everybody has started to call her. So for those that are part of the Diamond Academy family, you will know Wendy very well. She does the accounting here at Diamond Academy. So if you're in a course or a program, you've likely had some sort of conversation or discussion potentially with her, and she has the most beautiful, beautiful heart. And anybody that has any interaction with her knows that. But her heart needed a little bit of mending over the weekend, so she is still in the hospital, and she is mending her beautiful heart, has a procedure on Monday, and then we are expecting that she will be able to go home shortly thereafter and get started on a beautiful health journey towards having a stronger, more powerful heart than she had before she went in there. So she's doing really good. She said to me this morning, I don't even know what I'm doing in here. I feel like I'm like, I shouldn't even be in here. She feels so good. So that's beautiful news. So thank you everybody for the prayers, for the love. She is recovering and doing well. We're also going to do a scholarship at the end of the call today, so stay on as well so that you can hear who is being awarded the scholarship. So I just want to start us off. I'm going to read the same prayer. So many of you loved that prayer. It's just in Neil Donald Walsh's book. You can go get it. It's very, very short. I just added a little bit extra. That's all. So let's just take a moment, please, to just say our thank yous. So thank you, God. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the ability for us to connect virtually all together like this on Zoom, on YouTube, on the live stream. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be in this collective energy, to guide, to love, to support one another together. Thank you for all the love and the prayers and for all the healing that you provided my mom. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the wonder of this moment. Thank you for everything that has ever happened to me, is happening now, and ever will happen. For all of it has produced the perfection of this next breath and the glory of who I am now going to be. So as we talk about identity, it's so important for us to understand that it's a way of being. It's a way of existing. It's a way of seeing the world and engaging in the world and allowing yourself to choose who you are, not to have the outside world decide who you are. One of my all-time favorite poems, and I'm feeling called to read this. I have someone private messaging me, and I don't know who it is because it just says iPhone, saying that they're really struggling. And so if you are someone that is in a moment in your life right now where you feel like you are struggling, I want you to know that you're here for a reason. You're here because the collective energy is here to support you. That the solution isn't by trying to fight the outside world, but to go inside and to face the struggle from within. So I'm going to read one of my favorite poems, Begin to Shine, by M. Claire. And I think it'll help you. God says for me to tell you this. Nothing needs fixing. Nothing needs fixing. Everything desires a celebration. You were made to bend so that you could discover all of the many miracles at your feet. You were made to stretch so that you could find your own beautiful face of heaven, just above all that you think you must shoulder. When I appeal to God to speak to me, I am feeling just as small and alone as you are. But this is when, for no reason at all, I begin to shine. So every single one of us has the opportunity today to begin to shine. Okay? And so that shine comes from the inside out. If you are seeking validation from people outside of you to say, yes, you can shine today. Yes, it's okay for you to self-express. Yes, you're good enough. You're never going to find that. It is inside of you. The way in which for you to have that light shine so incredibly bright is for you to see your own light and decide to let it shine. Okay? I was talking to somebody yesterday and they said, tell me, like, why is it so easy for you to just be yourself now? And I said, well, hey, listen, it wasn't always like that. I was in a constant state of suppression. I was suppressing who I really was. And oftentimes I was even showing a different version of myself than who I was. So I would show that I was smiling, but inside I was not smiling, things like that. So For me, it's going from the suppressed state where before we do anything, before we say anything, before we post anything, before we leave the house, does this look good? What are people going to think of me? What's the reaction going to be? We're suppressing, we're making ourselves small, right? To fully self-express, to shine, means to let the authentic version of yourself just come out. And that's your natural state. And when you start to get used to that and you let it become real for you, you will begin to shine. And you don't even have to try. It just becomes so natural. One of the most magnetic energies in the entire universe is authenticity. Does that mean being honest? No, it means being your authentic self. It means being the truth of who you really are. So many of us have no idea who we are. The idea of who we are is a culmination of what everybody else told us. And so we continue to exist like that, and we never go within and ask, wow, who am I? So I want to take you all from a suppressed state to a self-expressed state. That is my wish for all of you, to allow yourself to shine. Little personal example. I thought of this yesterday and I thought this is it right here. I used to be somebody that in my life, I've always loved to dance. I'm not a dancer, like I didn't take classes, but I love when a good song comes on. It makes me want to move my body and move my hips and just move. But Kathleen, before 2019, in order for her to move her body in front of someone, she had to be drunk. She had to have alcohol in her system. I wouldn't go to a wedding without drinking alcohol. I wouldn't go to a club without drinking, because for me to have fun and to let loose and to move my body, to express myself through movement, I had to have alcohol in my system. I don't need that anymore. I don't drink. I haven't drank in 2.5 years. Well, I had one glass of champagne, but that's it. But that's the difference, right? The things that you would never do, couldn't do, wouldn't allow yourself to do unless you had something there to support you, versus just allowing yourself to do it, to self-express, to have fun, to move, to just be. My dear friend Lane, he gave me one of the best examples of this ever. He told me when he was, I think he was maybe taking the Rise. I can't remember what program he was in, but anyway, he was taking something. And he said to me, Kathleen, I noticed something. And I said, tell me, what did you notice? And he said, well, so when I'm in my car and a song comes on, I rock out. He dances, he sings out loud. He is just rocking out, having a blast. But then when he pulls up to a light and there's other cars, he stops. Why? Why do we do that? Because all of a sudden we think we're being observed. We start to fear judgment, and so we stop. So one of the things that he decided to do was that he was going to no longer stop being who he was and having fun and rocking out at the lights. And then guess what happened? When he would get to the light and he'd be rocking out and having a blast and enjoying himself, and he'd look to the car next to him, the people in the car next to him were so happy at what they were seeing. It gave them joy to see someone expressing, living their life out loud, having fun, and just being themselves. And I do this all the time up the PCH. Me and Anna Rains, we go up this PCH and we record the podcast. She's my podcast producer. We play music, usually some Mary J. Blige or something, and we rock out up the PCH, dancing, singing at the top of our lungs. I think she posted a video one day of me doing it. And we just love it. And the reaction that we get from people all around us is so beautiful. People are just loving it. They think it's fabulous. So where in your life can you self-express instead of suppress? And that's one of the biggest things that I've learned to do, is just to be myself. And it is the effortless way. It truly, truly is the effortless way. So this morning, before we go to an interview, I want to talk about the importance of embodiment. But before we do that, I would love to hear from you all about how it went in answering the questions from yesterday. So who do I think I am? And how does it feel to be me? These are two very, very powerful questions. So if you feel called to put in the chat anything, an awareness, an aha moment, something that you noticed, something that you observed. Let us know how that little exercise felt. It was so hard and difficult. Yeah, when you got to face some of these hard truths, it doesn't always feel good. But trust me that the outcome will be that you will feel good. Trust the process. Trust the process. Yeah, it was an eye-opener. It was all pretty negative. I was horrified. I was surprised. I realized how much love I have for myself. That's good. The good, the bad, the ugly came out. Yep. I'm so pleased to meet me again. Sandra, I love that. So pleased to meet me again. And listen, no judgment. Remember what I said. So this is about self-honesty. This is about facing your truth of who you think you are. And it's simply an awareness. I say this all the time. So I don't want to say anything is good or bad. I will say, oh, well, that is a very good awareness, isn't it? So what you're doing is you're becoming aware of the beliefs that you hold about yourself to shift them, which is great. I have a lot of work to do. Perhaps you have many beautiful opportunities in front of you. See how we just switch the way we say it. Yeah. Realizing I'm still judging myself, mostly negative descriptors I had for myself. Yes. It helped me to define of what being a queen is. These are beautiful. If you're on the YouTube channel too, if you're watching on the replay or you are watching it live, you can also comment on the replay as well. So anything that you want to say, you can share. Some people are sending it to me privately. That's okay too. So the reason I'm asking this question then is, so if you are noticing a lot of negative descriptors or self-expression or words or language that aren't very good, how did it feel? How did it feel? How does it feel to be you every day? Not super inspiring and powerful, does it? Yeah, it feels heavy. So all I'm doing with this exercise is I'm having you become aware of the vibration that you are in most of the time. So if we truly do understand that manifestation, one of the greatest processes and mechanisms of manifestation is the law of vibration. God has given us this beautiful tool to use that says the vibration that we are in, we attract from. And so we will call in experiences from that feeling. And so right now, you're aware of the feeling that you've been in dominantly, which is great. And this is how we change it. You didn't know before. So you didn't know that it felt heavy. You didn't know it felt sad. You didn't know that you were so negative. So when you don't know something, you can't change it. You're literally like, you're likely blissfully unaware. I say sometimes it's okay to be blissfully unaware. But once you become aware, this is where the real magic happens, because you're like, oh, so now if I can change my vibration and my identity, the feeling of me, to be in a more positive light, I will start to call in different experiences into my life. This is truth. Truth, truth, truth. Right? And how do I know this is true? Because this is the solution to the human predicament. If we have no control over who we are, and we have no way of changing it, and we have no mechanism of manifestation, and we have no law of attraction, and there's nothing that we can do about it, and the world is a horrible place, then we just have to live life the way it is and be who we've always been, right? So to me, this is a beautiful solution into I can now change it. So I'm taking the power back. I'm taking self-responsibility. I'm taking self-responsibility back. And so now I'm saying, my light has been dimmed for far too long, and it is time for me to shine. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. So once you've made the decision now that you are going to shift your identity, and you made this decision the moment you signed up for this masterclass, there is no way that you signed up for a masterclass on identity shifting to finish these 2 days and go, oh, well, I'm not going to do that. That doesn't sound good. I'm going to leave it alone. No, no, no. You manifested this very masterclass to help you learn how to shine. And so if some part of you says, I'm not going to do the work, I'm not going to follow through, that's your ego. That's your upper limit. You're literally calling something into your life to help you to change. And then you're saying, oh, no, no, that's too much. I'm not going to do that. So this is where you become aware of yourself. The ego wants you to stay safe. It wants you to stay comfortable. It wants you to be little over here, but we're not doing that. We are not doing that. So somebody asked a question, so I've been aware of my negative identity and I've done nothing about it. Well, that was a choice. That was a decision that came from ego. What are you worried about? What are you afraid of? What are you worried about? What are you afraid of? Stefania, I truly did ask for this. How can I say no to something that I asked for? Because this is the ego. Every single one of us is meant to expand and to grow and to become. Would we not say that this is truth? Like, the human condition is so powerful, so beautiful. We have higher intellectual faculties. We have cognition. We have the power to guide and direct source energy. We are infinite beings that can literally have, be, do anything that we desire in this universe. We can make our life a magical, magical experience while we are here, yet we choose to stay in suffering. Why? Why do we do that? Because it's what we've been taught. It's Groundhog Day. So just because something is comfortable, it doesn't mean that it's what you want. So staying in the same place is, you might not like it, but it's comfortable. It's easy. You don't have to do anything. You can just stay there. But nothing's going to change if you stay there, right? So this is where we are going to take control back over the ego. We're going to come from a higher spiritual perspective, and we're going to say, not today. Today we grow. Today we expand. Today we're moving into higher identity and understanding of ourselves. Today we are going to be better. 1% better every day. 1% better every day. Sometimes what we try to do is we try to do all the work in one shot in one day. That's why I said, like, this is growth over a lifetime. Like, this is truly you deciding that you are going to become the best of yourself from today until you're no longer in this human experience. We have these upper limits. So our patterns and our programs are so ingrained that as soon as we reach that razor's edge, we're right on the edge of the cliff. Like, we're right there. We're about to quantum leap. We're about to enter into bliss state. We're about to have like the best financial month we've ever had, or the best experience in our health, or we're about to manifest the best romantic relationship in our lives. And what do? We go back to safety. We self-sabotage. So it's a decision to no longer self-sabotage, and it's a decision to become aware of the self-sabotage and to say, okay, I can see what's happening here and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to become 1% better every single day. Yes, KDM, you can do that. Every single one of us can. Every single one of us. And what's so interesting too, when you do find that you are hitting an upper limit, you will likely feel like turning your back on us, the very people that will help you to get past your upper limit, to fall off the razor's edge, to go over to the light side, right? So we see this time and time again where you'll call us in and we're here. We're like, okay, we got you. We're holding space. We're going to give you the tools that are necessary. Let's do this. And then you ghost us. But we don't get offended because we know it's not about us. We know that it's about you and it's about your growth. And so when you feel the call to ghost us, tell us that. I want to avoid you. I want to avoid you, Deborah, because I know what you're going to tell me. How many times do I hear that? Right? So many times. And it happens with me, with one-on-one clients, with people in my inner circle. It's like, I don't want to talk to Kathleen because Kathleen's going to be the one that's going to push me to see myself in a better light. She's going to help me to become better. So you will feel that inkling to avoid us. But the real you, the one that signed up for this training, the real you that signed up to be a part of our family, the real you that has this desire to be in this energy, to be in this environment, to be with us, that's the real you. That's the you that has everything that you want. That's the you that's quantum leaped. That's the you that's experienced peace and love and all those beautiful things. And so I always say to you guys, you'll probably hear this from me in the DMs. I know I said it to Sydney when I met her in LA at the book signing. Stay close to me. And I don't mean that in any way like I need you to be close to me. Like, I want you to be close to me because I know being close to me, it helps you. It does not hinder you. Am I going to convince you that you can't accomplish things? Am I going to convince you that you're not good enough and unworthy? Am I going to do anything like that? No. If anything, I'm going to convince you that you are very powerful and you can do, be, and have anything you want. And then you're going to start experiencing that. Right? I'm already at ghosting. See, she's aware. She's very, very aware. But we avoid the things that we know are going to help us the most. So this is where I don't want anybody avoiding. I really, really want you to lean in. Even if it's uncomfortable, stay close, at least have a conversation, at least talk to us, at least dream about what it would be like to be in our environment and in our energy, right? How can I do that, Colleen? Why do we do that? Colleen says, okay, why do we do that? Because your ego wants to keep you safe, right? It's easy. I think about in 2019, when I invested in my first personal growth and development course, okay? Listen, I had 3 degrees. I had paid a lot of money towards formal education at universities and certifications and all those things to get better at my job, to get more skills, right? I'd invest all kinds of money into that. But in September of 2019, when I was thinking about investing into studying myself, it was like, oh no, I can't do that. What if I'm not good enough? What if I don't finish it? What if I don't make my money back? What if so-and-so judges me as I grow? What if? And this is where the ego comes in to try to say, you're not good enough for this. But I said no. That little bit of hope that was left in me turned into faith. And then when I decided to express myself with faith and take action and invest in myself, that's when my whole entire life shifted, because the universe responded to me. The universe was like, oh, Kathleen believes in herself today. Look at this. She thinks she can change the world. She thinks she can help people. She thinks she can serve. She thinks she's worthy of financial abundance. She believes she's worthy of more followers on platforms. She thinks she's worthy of a best-selling book. She thinks she's worthy of being I was on the NASDAQ billboard last year for an award that the International Association of Top Professionals gave me so beautifully. I had to see all of that for myself. So making that decision to not self-sabotage changed everything for me. But you have to notice. So I noticed the self-sabotage. I noticed it would just be easier to wait 6 months. I'm going to wait 6 months. But when you wait 6 months, what are you saying? Universe, you know that life that I really, really want to manifest? Don't give it to me for 6 months. Don't. I don't want it. Keep it away. Don't give it to me. That's basically what you're saying. So we're not doing that. We're not waiting. We're not putting off until tomorrow. We are saying yes to our manifestations today. And I'm giving you a beautiful opportunity later to get involved in this and to choose, which is so fun. But this is the thing with embodiment. Okay. So what I see time and time again is that people will make a decision to become an elevated identity of themselves. They will write it all out on a piece of paper. They will say, okay, now I am confident, loving, powerful, supportive. I believe in myself. I start my own business. I'm an entrepreneur. I make this much money. And they will write out this whole beautiful idea of who they are on a piece of paper. And they keep that on the piece of paper and they spend months and months and months trying to become it. Do you feel the energy there of trying to become something? So for me, there's a chapter actually in The Best of Yourself called Being Not Becoming. Because if you're always in the becoming, you're never in the being. Yesterday, somebody messaged me and they said, wow, the language that you said, conscious of being, changed everything. You're always conscious of being something, right? We know this. It's the programming in the mind. So all I'm saying is, let's not be conscious of not being something. Let's be conscious of being it. So let's be conscious of being abundance. Let's be conscious of being love. Let's be conscious of being confidence. Let's be conscious of being like moguls and icons and trailblazers and pioneers and people that change the world. The dreamers change the world. And every single one of you on here are dreamers and you're visionaries. You wouldn't be on here if you aren't. So it's time to embody that. It's time to say, yes, you know what? Actually, I am. So to truly embody something is to say that I am it now, not tomorrow, but now. Shivali, manifestation moguls. Ooh, wow, we just came up with some good language. Manifestation moguls. So being not becoming, right? And so then people will be like, well, how do I just be it right now? Well, the process to be something takes a reprogramming of the subconscious mind. It takes a journey of transformation. It takes upwards of 6 months. That's why my programs are 6 months. So if you are somebody that wants to climb the ladder of belief and get to a place that you now embody and are and know and experience the new identity, then it's going to require you to commit to it. Not just for 2 days. Do you think that I created KCB and I was like, okay, I'm going to be here for 2 days and then like, that's it? No, I made the commitment that I am KCB every day in every way. Every day in every way. And so I'm constantly like, do I feel like KCB today? And showing up like that and creating experiences to be able to do that. We did a photo shoot. I've talked about this so many times, you guys. I use photo shoots as a very, very powerful way of embodying a new identity. And I just got the pictures back from the photo shoot we did on Sunday. And I'm looking at these pictures like, wowzers. Oh my gosh. Like, whoa, I'll post some sneak peeks today. So watch my Instagram. But it is just evidence of an idea in my mind. KCB is like the elevated identity for me. So I always give it a name. I always make sure that I understand how she feels and how she feels different from my last version. So the last identity that I became was KC. 100 million KC. And then I'm like, okay, well, she's here. How do I know she's here? I feel like her. I feel like 100 million bucks. So now I created the next one, which is KCB, and I just put a B on it for billionaire. I want to start thinking like a billionaire. Do I need billions of dollars to be worthy to live a great life? No. I am not attached. It is not something that I cannot live without. I'm in this beautiful nothing to lose energy that I am here to practice the art of manifestation in bigger and bigger ways and to go first. And so if that means that I'm going to be bold out here on an island and be like, yeah, KCB, then that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not afraid of it. I'm not scared. If it never happened over my lifetime, universe, I'm not talking to you. If it never happened over my lifetime, I would be just fine. But universe, I still, think it would be great. So thanks. See how I'm conscious of what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. I do this with my thoughts too. All the time. I do this with my thoughts. So the photo shoot then, what we observed on Sunday, the last photo shoot that we did, when was that, Kaylee? May? I think it was May. So between May and November, I grew so much internally, inside. The growth was so powerful, so intense that these photos, it's like looking at a completely different woman. And what is different? Like maybe my hair's a little bit longer. Maybe my body is a little bit more toned than it was before. But what's really different is the energy and the feeling of me. Like these photos, like it's a visual representation of the change within myself. And all of you can do this. I've watched my team transform in the way that they look, in the way that their photos are, the way in which they show up. It's so incredible to watch. It really, really is. But this is identity work. But it's the embodiment of it. So you guys, I am not sitting here every day going, how do I be more KCB today? I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, KCB starts her day. Here she is. Who would like to meet her today? This is the energy that I'm in. It's the embodiment of it. I also want to make sure that we consider these 3 levels, and I've never discussed this in this way before. You will understand what I'm saying, and many people in my energy will get it, but I want us to really understand that there is a difference between hope, faith, and knowing. Okay? So to hope for something is almost like the first level of awareness into a new version of yourself. So I hope that one day I will be better. I hope that one day I will become an elevated version of myself. I hope that people will respond to me differently. But then we go to faith. And so when we move into the faith of being the new identity, we're no longer hoping that we can be it. We now have faith that we are it. So we have faith that the universe will respond. We have faith that God will provide. We have faith that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when you get into knowing, that is another level of awareness. To know something is not to have faith in it, but to know it to be true. So think about it this way. When I say like, I have faith that my mom is going to be just fine. Sounds very different than, my mom is just fine. She is more than fine. Like my mom is thriving. Do you feel the difference between having faith and knowing? They're 2 different levels of awareness. And this is where I want us to understand with our identity of who you are. I don't want you to hope to be better. I want you to move up to the faith that you are being better, and then move up to the knowing that you are your best. Feel the difference? Knowing that you are your best. So the knowing is the I am. It's not I have faith that I will be. It is the I am. So let me give you a little example. I've used this affirmation so many times, but it's really, really brilliant. I am confident, right? So when I don't believe I'm confident and I want to convince myself I am, I will say, I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. Right? But the moment that I say, wait a minute, I am confident, and I no longer need to tell myself I'm confident, that's the being. That's the knowing. That's the conscious of being. So when I first started working out with Eric, my dear friend Eric, I'm going to see him this afternoon. When I first started working out with him, I was not conscious of being a woman who loved the gym. So I would tell myself, I love going to the gym. I love working out with Eric. Oh, this is the best. I can't wait to go work out with Eric. And they were lies. It was not true. I had a hope that one day that I would like it. Started there. Then I moved into the faith of, okay, maybe I'll believe this soon. And then one day it was like, Eric, I love working out with you, man. There it goes. Like that, dropped in. That's the no state. So if you're constantly telling yourself a story that you don't believe is true, You are actually reaffirming the lack of truth. I want you to just make the decision, effective immediately, I am it. No ifs, ands, or buts. So to get into this knowing, it's persistence, right? So many of us will ask, how? How do I get to knowing something, right? The belief then, the underlying belief is that to know something takes time, that there has to be a step-by-step pathway, that there has to be, constant spaced repetition or emotional impact or hypnosis, or you have to journal every single day 17 times a day, or you have to do this, or you have to do that, or you have to do this, yada, yada. Okay, wonderful. Those are beliefs. Yes, they work. But what if you believe that you just get to decide what you want to believe today? And who you're going to be today? And if you haven't done it, it's because you haven't decided to do it or believe it. You just haven't decided. To make a decision, what does decision mean? It means to cut off from, right? So to decide to go this way means you're no longer going that way. And then you have to hold yourself to the decision. So I can't say, okay, effective immediately, I'm KCB, and then an hour later go, no, you know what? No, I'm okay. I'm just going to be KC for a couple hours. No. This is where I hold myself to it. So when things show up in my life, I don't go moan and complain about them and call them out and blame other people. I go, okay. The world is showing me outside of me an area for growth for myself, perhaps a way that I haven't fully embodied KCB. So this is an opportunity for me to decide to embody KCB in this moment. And I have people in my life that I have these conversations with, and the conversations are very different than they used to be. I do not gossip, I do not vent, and I do not complain. Those are 3 behaviors that are not a part of my life. Absolutely not a part of my life. I don't gossip, I don't vent, and I don't complain. Right? So when I don't do those things, I'm in the energy of growth. I'm in the energy of heightened awareness. I'm in a heightened spiritual perspective. I've also tried every single day, as much as I possibly can, to remove judgment. Now, we are so good at judging. It's like a beautiful, beautiful habit that we have gotten into. And so to say that I am absolutely judgment free in all areas of my life every single day would not be authentic. That would not be authentic. But the goal is to observe and not judge as much as I possibly can. As much as I possibly can, right? How do you express if you don't vent? Ooh. A beautiful question that came from a really, really good venter. And I used to be a great venter. It'd be like, oh, I just got to get this off my chest. So then I would call my mom, and then I would call my sister, and then I would call my best friend, and I would tell them all the same story, and I would vent it out. And so what I was actually doing was telling a story, making that story more real, getting more emotionally attached and involved to the story, and venting it out. So I no longer vent. I now have conscious conversations. Right? So a conscious conversation is, Kaylee, there's a man that has ghosted me and it doesn't feel good. And I know that KCB doesn't care, but the little girl inside is feeling some kind of way about being ghosted by this man. So let's talk about it. And we talk about how I can not focus on being ghosted, not make it real, yada, 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 how I can empower myself, how I can move into a higher vibration. But the old me would have been like, you're not going to believe this man. He did this, blah, blah, blah. No. I know who would ghost me. Can you believe it? Maybe he's watching the YouTube channel right now. Uh-oh. I'm just telling you like real life stories because these are the things that we do experience. These are the circumstances of our lives. And it's all about how we allow ourselves to react to it versus respond to it. And that's why I call it a conscious conversation. So like if you're somebody in the Millionaire Program and let's say Jessie is your manifestation mentor and she reaches out to you to see how you're doing and you know that you haven't really been in the material and so you don't respond to Jessie. What I want you to do is to send Jessie a message and say, I'm aware of what I'm doing right now, Jesse. I'm avoiding you because you're going to help me get back on track and you're going to help me grow. And I can see what I'm doing. That is a conscious conversation. See? That's what I'm talking about here. And this is the growth. This is how we grow together and we hold space for one another and we help each other to become better. Truly. This work is so powerful. It's so powerful. This will change your life. You guys are all giving me these beautiful reasons why someone would ghost me. And it's so lovely. But listen, everything is God in action. Everything is God in action. God is always directing you towards things and away from other things. So it's so good. What about women who are burnt out from work? I used to be very burnt out from work. That is definitely an experience that I have had in my life before. And so what does it mean to be burnt out? To be at your wit's end, to be exhausted, to have had enough, to be tired, to be overwhelmed, to be stressed. They are all states of being. They are states of being. And it is a state of being that has been patterned and programmed into you. It's a way of reacting to life. Stress is not something that you have. Stress is something that you do. Interesting. Worrying is something that you do. Anxiety is something that you do. And we teach you to not do that anymore. That's what we do here. One of the number one things that most people cure themselves of in our energy is anxiety. And so if you aren't anxious and worried about the future, then what are you? At peace. In a knowing. If you're anxious, it's because you don't know. If you knew, you wouldn't be anxious. So I want to get you to a place of knowing, of truly knowing. Mary, I will attest to that. I no longer take anxiety medication, and I'm a month and a half into Millionaire. 6 weeks. 6 weeks. This is powerful. Yeah. Anyways, so I hope that what you're feeling from me is the understanding that the decision to change your identity, the way in which you see you, how you think of me, who do I think I am, it lies within you. It's your personal responsibility. And it would be responsible for you to change it, yes. Not only for yourself, but for everybody else in your life. But embodiment and being the elevated or advanced or best of yourself version, that is a decision that you make. And you get to remake the decision every moment in every single way. Every act is an act of self-definition. Every act is an act of self-definition. So to self-define means, an opportunity to prove that what I say about me is true. An opportunity to prove that what I say about me is true. So am I going to continue to prove that I'm weak, that I'm scared, that I'm afraid? Or am I going to continue to prove that I'm empowered, that I'm fearless, and that I'm bold and daring, and that I decide? Right? You get to decide who you want to be. There is this one thing that I have added to all of my courses, all of my programs, and that is called embodiment. And we have embodiment sessions and we have embodiment practices. So I do not like the language act as if. I know it's been very powerful in the past and it works for many people, but for me, I felt like I was pretending, I was acting. The art of acting. How do I pretend to be something that I don't think I am? I really had a hard time resonating with that, and it just felt inauthentic. So instead, I got to this place where I decided that I'm just going to practice being it. I'm going to practice being bold today. I'm going to practice being daring today. I'm going to practice being confident today. I'm going to practice being loved today. I'm going to practice being a billionaire today. And so when I practice it, I'm becoming better at it. I'm becoming more efficient at it. It becomes more natural. And I'm actually doing it. Like I'm actually being it. I'm not pretending. So I call those embodiment practices. So if I want to be so confident that everybody messages me and tells me that they are so inspired by my confidence. Okay, so that's what I would love. I would love that. I would love people to tell me that, and I would love to feel that level of confidence, right? So I'm going to start off by telling myself that I am that. And I'm going to make the decision to be it. And I'm going to say, effective immediately, I am confidence. So I'm going to practice being confident today. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be confidence. What would you do if you were confident today? Right now? What would you do? Different than what you've been doing. This is the key, right? You can't be like, oh, well, I would just keep being this confident version of myself. No, no, no. I want to know how much more confident you're going to be. What would you do differently? I would maybe wear those heels that I'm not super comfortable in and walk and wear them in confidence. I would maybe wear bold color today. I would maybe wear my hair differently. Yeah, speak in public. I would maybe go live or do a podcast episode that somebody's asked me to do that I haven't said that I would do yet. I would maybe go to the grocery store in a crazy outfit. I don't know. Go to the gym if that's something that you're not comfortable doing. I would make the videos. Yeah. I would get uncomfortable. I would do the things that I've been procrastinating on. In Millionaire, we just talked about all the things that we avoid and we don't do and why we do that. It's all identity. Yeah. So this is powerful to understand that all you need to do is be it and you create it. But many people don't believe that. So what I hope that you see from me is that every time that I have reinvented myself and I've created an identity shift, that the outcome of that identity shift is that I feel better, yes. I love myself more, I'm happier, I'm more at peace, I'm in gratitude. I cried on the way back from the lash appointment because I'm driving from Malibu to Calabasas and back to get my lashes done, driving through these beautiful lush mountains, and I'm tears in my eyes at how beautiful this life is. What? I get to experience this beauty? How wonderful. But Kathleen before would have been like, oh, I gotta go get my lashes done. Probably wouldn't have thought too much about it. But now I'm just in this beautiful state of gratitude. So that's great. But I also want you to see that every single time that I create an identity shift, my outside world shifts around it. Every time. So identity first, outside world second. Identity first, 3D physical world second. Psychologically further ahead, 3D world follows. This is by law. This is universal law. The perpetual transmutation of energy. You can also call it mental transmutation. Any idea that we are focused upon in the mind and we express from will manifest into the physical form every single time by law. So if the idea of you is fear, that's what you're manifesting. But if the idea of you is empowered, that is what you are manifesting. So as we venture on this journey to do this work, I want you to know and I want you to realize that as you become elevated and you step into the best of yourself and this version of you, your whole life around you will change. Your whole life around you will change. And this is what we are here for. I am here to show everyone that you can experience a great life, that all of your dreams can come true. That is what I am here for. That is my raison d'être, my reason for being, is to show every single one of you that you can have anything you want. All your dreams can come true. You can experience any experience that you desire. But I'm here to guide you and show you the way by utilizing this work. But you must believe in the power of manifestation. And like I said at the beginning of the call yesterday, every single one of you that is on here, you manifested this. Whether it's the replay, whether it's live, whether it's YouTube, whether you're on Zoom, it is proof and evidence that manifestation works, that we showed up when there was a deep inner knowing within you calling for something more in your life, and here we are. So don't disregard it, believe in it. Oh, Marty, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that God is delivering to you exactly what you needed in this moment. We're going to talk to Sandra now and Jesse. I believe that both of them are on. There they are. Okay, Jesse, you take it away, and then I'll come right back and chat. I'll let you guys chat for a few minutes, and then I'll be back. Hi, Sandra.
All right. 1 second. I can't see Sandra.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Yay, Sandra. So glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. So,
Hello,
Sandra.
how are you?
So good. Sandra's in Spain. And I would love to know just
Yes.
a little bit about where you were when you found Kathleen, when you called her into your life, and when she showed up for you.
Okay, so that was May this year, and May when she did the free challenge, and I was on Instagram at night and just like scrolling a little bit, and I saw the announcement, and I just went in. I did the whole challenge with her, and I had straight away a call with you, that which you are my mentor in Millionaire now. And that's it. I just felt that it was the place. And I was willing very much. I was looking forward to work. I remember that time with Joe Dispenza. And suddenly I just changed my mind. And I said to you, Jesse, on a WhatsApp conversation, I don't have the money now, but I know that Kathleen will be my mentor. And this is how we start. I was trying to make my business work. Basically, what I was doing in that time, I was trying to make my business work. I've been working for over nearly 30 years with my ex-husband, and for a year now I was trying to launch my business as a coach, and I was struggling a little bit to make things happen. So I was doing like 400, 600 euros a month. So I was like attached with my ex company and ex business. I wasn't 100% working on my own thing. I was like into walls, basically. My old one and trying to do a new thing. So that's where I was going.
Perfect. Thank you. And I remember you saying, well, I'm making like 400 euros a month, and the down payment for Millionaire was 3,000.
Mhm.
But then you made a decision.
I made a decision, and I would like to explain that moment because I think it was very, very.
Yes.
I met you, I think it was end July
Mm-hmm.
and then you said to me, I think you should have a meeting also with Deborah. I remember that, which is also a part of the team. So I had a Zoom call with Deborah that was very, very confrontive. I felt, I also asked her to close the Zoom. So I needed to stay with me. I was crying very deeply, could feel my inner child very scared, very scared. So I went down to do a meditation. I closed the Zoom with Deborah with a big, big thank you. I lied down and I did a meditation to make a decision. And I was asking in my meditation, I visualized myself and I said, that door here is Kathleen, and that door here is not going with Kathleen. So I did the visualization and I walked to that door. I opened the door and it was like, it was like a big concert of people crowding, and it was like, and I was like, oh my God, this is what's going to happen in my life. So I went to the next door, which was a note to Kathleen say, and I opened the door and I didn't understand that moment, what is it? But it was a man in a very old-fashioned, horrible kitchen, sitting down, feeding a dog. And I was really understood. I was like, well, I don't know what it is, but I don't want that in my life. I mean, it doesn't, I prefer the wow thing. So at that moment, I had 2,600 euros in my account. 2,600 euros. So I went to my bank with my family bank, where my ex-husband is also, and I tried to pull out the 400 euros that I needed for the deposit, but it didn't work. It didn't work. First time in my life, it didn't work. So I couldn't. So then I decided to take the money out of my girls. But then I said, no, it doesn't feel right. So I went for a walk by the sea. I live in Spain, by the sea, by the Mediterranean. I went to walk and I grabbed my telephone and I did my first coaching group. It was in May. So I got the group, I went on the group and I said, hey ladies, in October, I'm starting a new one, a new course. I didn't know what and where, nothing. And if you go in now, it's going to be a very good price for you. You just need to put 100 euros down. And from 7 ladies, 4 did the payment. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was the first like thinking that like, wow. So I paid, and I have the picture here. So anyone wants to see it, I can show it. I have my bank account with 37 euros when I paid the millionaire deposit, 37 euros. So imagine how the thing was for me. But then I was very close to Jessie for like, I think the whole August. I was quite a pain in the ass for her, like writing her every 3 days. I'm panicking. And she was like, no, do this, do that, do this, do that. And she was like very, very nice to me and very supportive. And I must say, for whoever's listening now, that I did everything like I was in Millionaire. I mean, I wasn't in Millionaire, but I listened to Kathleen for over 3 hours per day. I did my wishing list. I started to read books, the ones you were saying on platforms, on YouTube, everything. It's a lot of information, free information, a lot of free information. So what I did is like, I said, I'm in Millionaire already. I already in Millionaire. I didn't feel enough secure to give that information to my surrounding, to my people, because I know it's a big investment for their mentalities. And they would say, oh, what are you doing, Sandra? You're crazy. You should use that money for your children and for blah, blah, blah. So I said, I'm going to keep that in secret. And I did to keep in secret until nearly end September. And not because it's wrong or bad or good or good. It's not because I wasn't feeling enough secure to hold whatever will come back from them. So now that I'm 100% secure what I'm doing, it's okay to tell anybody I'm doing this, because it doesn't matter for me what they think, because I'm 100% sure. That makes sense.
Absolutely. And I have to say that you were in such faith. You were in faith. You were acting in your higher identity. I loved how you weren't paying attention to your world. You weren't paying attention to circumstances and saying, I don't have enough money, I can't do this. You made a decision and you went inside.
I knew something. When I saw Kathleen and when I met you and when I met after Deborah, I was like, this is my place. And I knew that I would be one day here. I wouldn't expect it that quick, to be honest. I was thinking a bit, but I knew that. I was expecting that, it's like, to be honest too, that I was going to be interviewed by Kathleen. But now, I said that I'm very happy. And I was thinking, not to myself, how I work myself. It's like, I'm very happy to be interviewed today, have the opportunity to talk with Jessie, because I know that I'm going to quantum leap so nicely and big that I'm going to be interviewed with Kathleen anytime when I'm ready for that. Yes. So, I mean, for me, it's an absolutely pleasure. I'm absolutely grateful and happy to be here today with all of you and explain in my Spanglish, whatever.
Your English is wonderful, and we're so happy to have you. And I'm so proud of you for taking this choice, because it is affecting everyone around you, your family, your friends.
Absolutely.
As you're growing. And then I remember you sent me a message last month. You had your biggest month. So do you want to share us your biggest month so far?
I was in 400, 600. In August, I wasn't in millionaire. I just did, I paid the deposit, but I didn't go to millionaire because I didn't have more money at that moment. So I was pretending or practicing to be a millionaire, but I wasn't really in the program. And I did 1,650 in August. Okay. So in September, I did 3,000. In October, I did 3,000. And November, which is now, and 15th, I checked this morning and I was 2,500. And we are 14 days of November. So I'm very proud of myself, to be honest, very proud. And I was listening to Kathleen now and thinking, what has changed inside me, really? Thank you. It's like I'm playing with life now. I'm seducing life, it's like a game. It feels like I'm compromised, 100% compromised. I meditate every day since November last year. I meditate every day since November. I do visualization since May, every day, once or twice, because I need it. It's like when Kathleen says, I don't do that anymore. That's fine. When I feel not doing anything anymore, I don't do it. But now I need, I need more of that. I'm very compromised. I make decisions. I don't wait any longer. Like what Kathleen was saying tomorrow, yesterday. No. It's like go, Sandra, go. And I know, and I know, and I know. And my world, my 3D world, it would say, no, I'm 50 today. I have 2,500 euros in my account. I'm divorced. I don't have any loving men beside me at the moment. And I have a business starting, like launching business. Huh? I would say that I'm not a very like a fracasada. How you say fracasada? Somebody who is not, how's fracasada? Well, I mean, I don't have a husband, I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have millions, I don't have a big business, but I feel, more rich than any moment in my whole life. So I want to thank you, Kathleen, and I want to thank Jessie and Deborah and all the team. I get emotional because your energy, honestly, sometimes when I doubt, because I do doubt, because I'm human, and I doubt of myself sometimes. And I just go to the Facebook. I don't even go to the home or whatever. No, I just go to Facebook and I just go, oh, that's it. I've got it, Sandra. Yes. I just read. Maybe it's Jessie, maybe it's someone in the platform, maybe it's Deborah, maybe it's you, Kathleen. And I was like, oh, that's it. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. So basically, I could be here because I like to talk a lot, but I could be here for 3 hours and explain to all that beautiful people that follows you that to do this, to choose you and to choose them. It's not about you, it's about them. Yes. And it's not about the time. I was worried about the time. It's something that happens inside. And now my wall is starting to show. Yes, it's starting.
Thank you so much, Sandra. I know Kathleen wants to say something, but I'm so grateful for you.
I just want to say, like, the most beautiful thing to hear from you, Sandra, as I'm listening, is just how many times you said, I know, I know, I know. It wasn't like I'm hoping, I'm wanting, I'm desiring. It's a no state. And when you enter into the no state, that's when your outside world starts to come. And so this is the work that we do with people, is to help them get to the no. And now you know what's on its way to you, Sandra, that you are limitless. And we're just going to keep elevating. We're going to keep rising you. We're going to keep you on this diamond journey and just keep you ascending. So thank you so much for sharing your beautiful light with all of us. There's a lot of people that were able to give you that word. I think that word was maybe like unsuccessful or failure. The one that you were looking for the language for. But listen, the idea of failure is only in your mind if you think you are. I've gotten rid of that from my vocabulary. I don't even know what that word is.
Yeah. So I want to say one last thing. That it's right now I've changed also. I switched my identity. I want to show you who I was, and it's fine. It's nice. It's beautiful. See, this is Sandra. This is Sandra when she was full of fear and doubt, and she wasn't believing in herself, and she was living the life that somebody chose for her. Yeah, I wasn't choosing somebody.
Wow. And look at you. Look at how you're showing up today.
Yeah. This is me.
Wow.
So I did a big job before I arrived to you, but now, and this, what I did before going into millionaire, and imagine how, like I said, creando mis recuerdos, which is, creando mis recuerdos is like I create my memories, creating my memories. I did
Yes.
a list of creating my memories, and I did like 53. And one is, it was being you as a mentor. And then you said doing the 50. I mean, it's so many things that just
She's
coming
doing the
like,
work. Yeah. You're
yeah,
you're doing the work, Sandra. Like you are doing everything that we are asking you to do. And look at what's happening. So
yeah. And
beautiful.
then the last thing, the 13th of February, I'm going to be on stage. I'm going to do my first show in Barcelona. I just rented a theater because I feel ready to show the world who I am. I have 6,000 followers on Instagram, so I know I'm not really anybody, but I know that I'm ready to show that. And I just rented a theater. I'm not waiting for a producer to come and do the whole, to pay for that and to see me. I'm just putting myself on the way.
I
So
love this.
I will let
Okay,
you know
well, if
how it
anybody
goes.
wants to go to Barcelona and go see Sandra, she'll be
Oh,
up on
yes, and
stage.
we're doing the diamond thing in Barcelona for students in Europe. So
Oh my
anybody who wants
gosh.
to come, yeah, I mean, it's like everything.
She's doing a meetup in
She's
Barcelona.
doing a meetup in Barcelona. Oh, well, you got to
I'm
share the
doing a
details of
meetup
that.
in Barcelona for all the European and the Kathleen followers, I mean. So we
Oh
are
my,
12. We are 12 now in a WhatsApp group, and we work in that. We're doing it's called, I've got the name, it's a Step Into Your Power Barcelona Summit. And it's on the 25th, 26th, and 27th of April for whoever is in Europe. And I'm behind the thing. I'm not the team. I'm just a student who wants to meet more students, okay?
I love this. Oh, Sandra, this is really beautiful. Thank you for being such a beautiful part of our community. And thank you for sharing with everybody. I think you're going to inspire a lot of people today, Sandra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful bright light. Holy moly. This work really works. It really, really works. If you aren't convinced of that yet, then I don't know what you've been watching. I don't know what channel you've been on. But this one, we're just proving God over and over again every single day. Seriously. Anyway, this is so beautiful. We're going to do a guided visualization right now. This is about 5 minutes long. I am going to do it live, so I'm going to guide it very, very live today, and I'm really, really excited. In this guided visualization, I'm going to help introduce you to a version of yourself that you are not yet in this moment, and allow you to really experience that. So don't avoid this. Don't go check your email, go to the bathroom, make a drink. Do the work. So you can mute yourself, please, if you need to. If you're on the YouTube channel, just sit and relax, comfortable in a chair. Close your eyes, give yourself the time and give yourself the space. So Jen, we are ready whenever you are. We'll get this up and running. Okay, I want you to sit down, please, everyone. Comfortable in your chair, close your eyes. I don't like to have anything crossed in my body. I like to have energy flow to and through me. Palms on your lap, facing up in receiving mode. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Nice deep breath in and release. I want you to calm your mind. Any thoughts that come, just release them. And just focus on those breaths. Nice deep breath in and out. Now I want you to put your awareness into who you are today, right now, in this moment. Notice your body. Feel where you are. Notice your feet. Notice the chair. notice your mind in this visualization right now. And then I want you to visualize yourself walking out your front door right now. Version of you, who you are today. You get up from your chair and you walk out your front door. And as you're standing on your front doorstep, this beautiful cloud comes from the sky and it comes right up under your feet and it picks you up and it lifts you up into the sky. And you go on this beautiful journey through the sky. And as you're soaring through, you feel so light, no resistance. And then it takes you down, slowly lowers you onto this beautiful white sandy beach. There's no one else around you. Entire beach to yourself. Beautiful blue waters. You are in paradise. And as the cloud drops you off, you look down and you see your toes in the sand. You feel the warmth of the sun on your body. The version of you today is now experiencing yourself on this beautiful beach. And off in the distance, you see this white house. And you start walking towards the white house. So you look down, you see your legs, you see your toes in the sand. Every step you take, you're getting closer and closer to this white house. And as you approach the house, it's starting to feel familiar, like you've been here before. It looks like something you would love to live in. And as you go up the steps, you see a white picket fence all the way around this house. It's right on the beach. Beautiful rocking chairs on the porch. And you notice the front door is wide open. And as you're approaching the door, you hear a sound, you hear a voice saying, "Come on in." And that voice sounds like you, coming from inside the house. And so you open the door and you step in, and you notice at the table is you 10 years from now. And in this moment, you see that this is you, the elevated version of you. This is the version of you that has everything you've ever wanted, that is in the future. Now you see yourself and you ask yourself a question. How did you get here? What do I need to know in order to experience what I'm experiencing today? Stay with me. And that version of you answers you. That version of you from 10 years ago tells you what you need to hear. What do I need to focus on right now? Who do I need to be in this moment? Let the answer come through. You also ask that version of you, with what you know now, what would you do differently? And wait for that answer. And as you're sitting across the table from this version of you, 10 years down the road, this version of you pulls out an iPad and starts to show you all the memories of the past 10 years, of all the things that are about to happen, all the experiences that are about to unfold, the trips, the success, the peace, the love, the joy, the happiness, the celebrations, the accomplishments. So that version of you is telling you right now that it's all about to unfold. And as you finish looking at all the photos, the cloud comes back out front. And you walk out the front steps and you step onto that cloud and it picks you up and it takes you back and it drops you off right here today with the knowledge from your future self. So what I want you to do in this moment is to grab your pen and your piece of paper and write down what that version of you told you. What came through. You can open your eyes and download it. Grab it from the channel. What did you hear? Let us know in the chat. Whoa, my patients are going to see me flying high. I want you to, whatever you heard in that visualization, I want you to write it down. You got 2 seconds here to write it down. This is beautiful. Start now. Yeah, I'm being guided. Trust. Make the bold choices. Love myself. Be her now. Be you. Let things go. Love yourself. Turn belief into knowing. You're ready now. Stop hiding. Forgive yourself. Be bold. Fear not. Yes, 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 yes. So good. So the ability to literally have a conversation with yourself, with the version of yourself that you don't necessarily believe you are right now, is always available to you. This is your inner guided system. This is your inner knowing system. So for you to be able to go to that place, that version of yourself, and to ask a question, to experience, to see, to believe, that's truth. That's the real you. And you have that capacity at any moment. So this is how you embody a new identity, is to go into the imagination, to experience that version of you there, and to receive guidance from the empowered state, from the desired state, from the completed state, from the knowing state, instead of from the fear state. So what most people will do is they will try to make decisions from the version of themselves that they are today. That version of you has fear, worry, and doubt. It has a limitation. So if you make the decision from who you are today, you keep recreating who you are today. Right? Yeah. You wouldn't have the vision if it wasn't yours. Well, I truly do believe too that the imagination is actually a way of connecting into an alternate reality that is occurring at this time in this moment. And so what we just did in that visualization is we connected you to a parallel reality where you have everything. And so you actually experienced that very thing. Yeah, really beautiful. So I'm going to do the scholarship right before we end. I have a beautiful song we're going to end with today, but for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to tell you what's going on with Diamond Academy right now, what's going on in our world, how you can get involved, how you can join our family, how we can support you. I'll answer some questions and things like that. But I think I just want to start off by saying that the reason why I do what I do is because I've experienced such miracles in my life that I know that I experienced this to be able to teach from it. So I didn't experience exponential wealth and quantum leaps and all of these magical things in my life to just keep it to myself. and for me to just live a great life. I really reflected on this. I said, Bob, like, why me? Like, I don't want to be the only person in the world that has all this money and has all this time and financial freedom. Like, why am I experiencing this? I want everybody to. And he said, that's why you're experiencing this. Neil Donald Walsh said to me on one of our calls once that I am somebody who teaches from experience, not from concept. So I don't teach from what the books say. Yes, I'll quote books, but what I can tell you is that what the books say, I then follow up with my own personal experience of how that is true. And I keep experiencing miracles every day, and not just myself, but through our community as well. My inner circle right now, the wins that are going on in that inner circle are so incredibly beautiful. You heard from Deepika, we have people having $300,000 months, people making $30,000 in a day, books going bestseller, YouTube's going viral. I mean, we are experiencing what others would say are miracles or magic, but it's our regular way of living. And it's because we've understood the power of mental transmutation. And there's nothing more important than understanding and learning that skill. It'll change your whole life. So what we do here at Diamond Academy, and some people don't understand what I do. It makes no sense. And they're like, I don't get it. But I've created a coaching academy, which is an educational institution for adults. And yes, we will be doing some things for kids. So stay tuned. But right now it's for adults, and it is for people in the world that wish to better themselves for the betterment of the rest of the world. It's their call to good. And so at Diamond Academy, I have courses, programs, live events, and retreats. So you right now are on a live event. This is a free 2-day live event. And we do these for multiple reasons. We do these so that we can master the craft of what we do. We do these things as well to serve and to give value. And for people who aren't able to have the capacity to invest in themselves, to have the ability to come on in the collective and to learn and to grow. But where the real growth happens and the real magic happens is not in the applying to go to university. It actually happens when you go to university, like when you actually get the degree. And so that's why we have created courses and programs to help people to get, I say it's like your manifestation masters, your masters in manifestation, So it's very, very important that we understand then that in doing so, we coach and mentor and offer courses, programs, and retreats to guide and support people in their growth. So if you are somebody that is on these live events and you wish to go further with us and you want to learn more and know more and you want to be in this energy, you want to stay in this energy, you want to ascend, we have several options for everyone. So it never used to be like that. Before, we would only have certain options at certain price points, but now we do have options for everyone. So there really is no reason for you to not remain in our energy in some capacity. We have House of Manifestation, and then we have Diamond Academy, which is our higher ticket offers. So if you don't have the capacity for a higher ticket offer right now, I would suggest you start with House of Manifestation. But what I really want to get across to you today is the importance of making a decision to stay, to grow, to not feel like you have to do it on your own. By signing up for a course or a program, Millionaire Modern Mentor, for example, you're deciding to have a coach. And that coach is me. You're deciding to learn from me. You're deciding that, yes, I want to receive mentorship from Kathleen and from Diamond Academy and from her team. And so what that then means is that you're asking for help and you're okay with it. And let me tell you, when I asked for help, everything changed for me in my life. I used to think I had to do it all alone. I used to think that I had to sluggish through it and the more I proved myself, the better I would be. But in my ability to be open to receive is where all of it has come. And receive mentorship and coaching was part of that. And it's not weakness, it's strength. Some of the world's most successful people have coaches and mentors. It is actually normal and natural to have that. And if you're unaware of that, it's just a lack of awareness. June, you're not getting rid of me. Good, June. We're not trying to get rid of nobody. We're trying to help you continue to ascend and elevate. So the only place you're going is to Mars. How about that? I always say we're on a rocket ship to Mars. We're going to the top, baby. We're taking all of you with us. But anyways, so what we've decided to do is, as we're going into Black Friday, we're coming up to the end of the year. I know it is a matter of fact for me, it is truth, that the energy that I start the new year in is the energy that the new year begins in. So I don't start it the new year. It's the energy that I'm in before the new year leading up. So we're at 6 weeks left in this year now. 6 weeks. So you have 6 solid weeks to change your vibrational state. And Black Friday is such a beautiful, energetic time because everybody wants to create all these beautiful sales and offers. And so, of course, I'm like, okay, this is it. And my team, they're a little like, Kathleen, this is too big. You need to charge more for this. But I wanted to create a Black Friday offer that was like no other offer ever created that we've had. I wanted to make it so powerful that everybody that comes out of this time with us, this next 6 months with us, will be forever changed financially, consciousness-wise, health-wise, business-wise, everything in your life. I want you to be a completely different version of you as you leave these next 6 months with us. So when I thought about what would be a Black Friday offer that would be impossible to say no to and would make it really, really easy for you guys to grow, I realized that I have my hero offer, which is the Millionaire Program or the Modern Mentor Program. And I have these 2 other programs that are absolutely incredible, life-changing programs that are sold separately from it normally. So what we've decided to do for the Black Friday deals this next week is that anybody that purchases Millionaire or Modern Mentor, so enrolls in Millionaire or Modern Mentor, will get my Wealth from Within course included. And you will also get my Rise course with it, the Rise. So that is actually 3 courses in one, and we are calling it the Trinity. So a Trinity is 3 elements, 3 components that come together to create a very, very powerful outcome, an outcome that is far greater than anything that we've ever seen before. So for you to enroll into the Millionaire Program and to also then take Wealth from Within next year when I teach it live, and to take the Rise next year when I teach it live, you are actually getting 3 courses in one. And like, this is like 2 master's degrees, maybe 3 master's degrees all in one. And we haven't increased the price. So what that means is that Millionaire will include those other 2 programs for the cost of Millionaire. So it really is an outstanding offer that we will not have again. I also have not mentioned this to the team, so they're hearing this for the first time. But January 1st, I'm raising the Millionaire price. So Millionaire will not be what we currently charge for it. It will be going up in price. So if you are someone that has been wanting to take Millionaire, this is your time to take the Millionaire Program because it's going up. So I want you to tell me now, I want to answer some questions for you. Which course, yes, Claudia, you get it with Modern Mentor too. Which course you want more information on? Here's the prices. Okay, let me answer all these questions. You guys are coming at me. This is good. Okay, so the Millionaire Program is a 6-month course. It is for anyone in any industry and any field. It does not matter. It is personal growth and development. It is a healing, transformative journey. It is called Millionaire because I want you to embody a certain level of abundance. I want you to feel like $1 million. I want you to feel like a millionaire. I want you to manifest the millions. And it's an identity. So that's why it's called Millionaire. Is it about manifesting money? Will you learn how to do that? Yes. But primarily, it's consciousness shifting, and it's over 6 months. It's unbelievable and unreal and incredible. The prices are all on the landing page. There's a pay in full option, and then there's a payment plan option. And my team can give you all the info as well. Wealth from Within is an 8-week live course all about money and all about money consciousness. I help you reprogram your subconscious beliefs related to money. That will be taught in the new year. The Rise is a course that I taught once in 2024. It was phenomenal, outstanding. It is by far one of the best downloads that I've ever had. And that is also an 8-week course, I believe. Is the Rise 8 weeks, team? I think so. Yeah. It's also 8 weeks, taught live. It will be taught in January, actually, the Rise live. And it's all about consciousness. It's a rise in consciousness over 8 weeks. It has been designed for anybody that wants to strictly focus on identity in the Rise, or anybody that has risen in consciousness before that wants to create a new one. So if you've taken Millionaire before, you've taken Modern Mentor in the past, and you haven't done a full identity consciousness reset in like a year, you've got to come and take the Rise. I would take the Rise every single year and redo your identity and consciousness every single year. So the Millionaire program is 12,000 USD on a payment plan and 10,000 USD pay in full. Is that right, team? Yes, okay, thank you. And you get the Rise and Wealth from Within included. And the Rise and Wealth from Within are thousands of dollars on their own. So the fact that you're getting them included is a beautiful, incredible promotion. But the Rise and Wealth from Within are also included with Modern Mentor. Like Modern Mentor is a course specifically for mentors in the digital space. So anybody who is a coach, a mentor, a leader in a business. Modern Mentor is manifestation meets business. So there's 8 manifestation lessons and 8 business lessons. So I do teach you about branding on social media. I do teach you about sales. We do talk about creating a digital offer, all those things. So we do get more into the mechanics. Yes. Yeah. I'm coming from Modern Mentor next. I'm currently in Millionaire. Stacy, I would jump onto this promo right now then and get into Modern Mentor now so that you get this promotion, because it'll be a different promotion for after Black Friday. Modern Mentor is also a 6-month course. I have found that 6 months on average is what it really takes to solidify a permanent change in consciousness. So I don't want you to feel good and then go back. I want you to rise up and I want you to stay up there, right? To stay up there. Yeah. Okay. Is it best to start in Millionaire? Absolutely. Millionaire is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. It is such a shift and a change. And we also have embodiment sessions in the Millionaire program now for men. So we have a men's embodiment session. So what that means is that my team runs embodiment sessions, and this is where we talk about the concepts related to the material and how you can embody it and practice it every day. And we have one specifically for men. We're a lot of women in this space, a lot of feminine energy, and we have one for men now. So I think they've got 20 men that are in that embodiment session now, and they're growing together. They're talking about grounded masculinity, emotional regulation, how to be a high value man, different things like that. Is there embodiment in Modern Mentor? Yes, Nazreen. So in Modern Mentor, we also have embodiment sessions with Deb Lays. She is the client enrichment coach in Modern Mentor and Millionaire, and she runs embodiment sessions on Wednesdays in Modern Mentor. Modern Mentor, I teach live as well on Mondays. And we also have Anna Rains in Modern Mentor, and she is marketing. So Anna does all of my marketing. She is an absolute brilliant guru related to marketing, and she comes in and she does a live call every month in Modern Mentor as well. So if you're somebody that uses marketing in your digital business, you'll get a lot of information from her as well. Yeah. What if we're already in Millionaire? Okay. For those that are currently already in a program or you've graduated from a program, we also have created an offer for you as well. So if you wanted to extend your time in Millionaire, if you do a pay in full extension into the Millionaire community, you will get either Wealth from Within or the Rise included. You get to choose one. Okay. So get back in our energy is basically what I'm saying. And if you're in Millionaire right now, there's an option for you to extend your time in the Millionaire program and in our community, and to get these promotions and these offers as well. I teach in the Millionaire program every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And then embodiment sessions, I think we have them 5 days a week. Is it 5? Yeah, 5. Perfect. See, I do know what I'm talking about. Why am I second guessing myself, you guys? Whatever. I've gotten a little bit further away from some of these things sometimes, so I don't know when we make some changes and stuff. Isn't it too much info in a short time? Catherine, does that belief serve you? Too much info in too short a time? I see this as a 6-month where you are going to quantum leap your entire life. You are going to quantum leap your entire life in these 6 months. It is like the Trinity, all three. It's going to be powerful. Yeah. Modern mentor as well. Yes, yes, yes. I just reached 1 million. I'm going to be one of your leaders for the youth program. I love that you're, I just recently started Millionaire. I'm going to be one of your leaders for the youth program. So would you recommend Modern Mentor? I would. Modern Mentor is leadership. So it's really going to teach you a lot about how to lead yourself first, how to lead others, your leadership styles, all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. No, I teach live in Millionaire and Modern Mentor. I teach live in the moment. It's not recorded. The course itself is recorded, of course, in Millionaire and Modern Mentor both. But the live teachings that I do on Wednesdays and Mondays in the courses is live. And what's so beautiful about that is that I really listen and pay attention to source energy and spirit, and I teach what I am told to teach in these classes. It's not like I don't have like this curriculum of content. I go by what the needs of the group are, and that might not make sense to people. But when you're so tapped into source energy, into spirit, I listen to intuitive nudges and I just open the channel and let what come through, what's going to come through. Yeah. Modern Mentor is manifestation meets business. So it is personal growth and development. So your 8 first lessons are all going to be about how to learn how to manifest at a higher level. There's a lesson called Zero Circumstances, how circumstances don't exist. They're not real. And when you live from a future state, when you live from imagination, we make that real, right? There's also the art of ascension. So the art of ascension is the way in which I exist. Conscious conversations, like every single day, I'm like, how can I get better? How can I grow more? Another lesson in Modern Mentor is that the universe does not test you. There's no tests. The energy of the universe and God is not one that tests you. It just gives you what you ask for. It responds to you. So if you're getting a test, you're testing yourself. It's a reflection. So to observe that and to notice that, why am I doing this? Things like that. Anyway, so that's some of the Modern Mentor lessons. And then we have the business lessons that follow. You do get to keep the courses for life. So once you've paid the course in full, whether you were a payment plan or not, you do get to keep the course for life. The only thing that isn't for life is the live teachings and being in our community. But you can extend that, right? Religion teaches us that God tests us. Yeah, I'm not affiliated with any religion. I'm spiritual, which means I'm just thinking above any religious, not above like better. I am not saying that. I just mean I'm thinking outside of any religion. Religions are just different ways for us to describe the same thing. We just talk about it in different ways. So I've created a God of my understanding. I say I'm spiritual, and I believe what I believe is going to benefit me the best. Yeah. Yeah. The business lessons, sales, marketing, branding, how to create an offer, how to create a business plan, how to follow the plan. Those are the business lessons in Modern Mentor. One of my superpowers is to sell coaching, to teach you how to sell a digital online product. I have sold $35 million worth of online programs in 4.5 years. So I know what I'm doing. So that's what the Modern Mentor program teaches you. Yeah, you have many superpowers. Right, Laura? So do you, girl. Yeah. Okay. Would Modern Mentor be good for someone in an MLM? Yes, Gina Marie, I would say so. I would talk to a member of the team at where you are in your consciousness and your growth and whether Millionaire would be a good start or Modern Mentor. But Tanya can chat with you. Yeah, she'd be happy to support you. The millionaire extension, I don't actually know those numbers. So Megan, if you can chat with whoever your manifestation mentor is on the team, and then we can talk to you about what the extension is. When does Trinity Black Friday offer end? I believe November 30 is the final last day. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it really easy for you to make a decision today. I don't want you guys waiting until tomorrow. The whole entire point of this is embodying a new version of yourself today in this moment. So we had 2 people already, before we even got onto this live, that made decisions already. I'm just finding their name here. She texted me this morning. So we had Sally enroll in Millionaire yesterday. So before we even opened enrollment on this, she was like, I am all in, let's go. We also had Salima not sign up for Millionaire, not sign up for Modern Mentor, but she enrolled in the Inner Circle this morning before we even got on this call. That is a powerful, powerful decision. She doesn't even know what she's in for over there yet. She hasn't even met them. Like, oh man, that group, we're off to Mars, all of us in that Inner Circle. We are winning. It's so beautiful. So 2 people have already made decisions. So if this is something that you know already in your bones, we've had people in the chat I've been watching saying, you know, I'm already in. Make the decision today. And what I'm going to do is anybody that decides to enroll in the Trinity Bundle today, or to extend Millionaire, or whatever that is. Okay, so Millionaire, Modern Mentor, or to extend, I'm going to host a private mastermind call with the group that enrolled today. And I'm going to help you by the end of that call come up with your goal on your goal card by the end of that call. So it'll be a private call just for those. So Sally and Salima will be on that call. Yes, because they've already enrolled. They've already signed up. Okay, what other questions do I? And if you aren't sure about House of Manifestation or Millionaire, please speak to the team. They will tell you what they think is the best option for you based on where you're at in your life, what previous courses you've taken, what your investment capacity is. My team's role is to guide you to make the best decision. It's not to try to make you do anything you don't want to do. It's to guide you towards making the best decision. So don't be afraid of them. Do I have retreats? Oh, do I have retreats? Yes, I do. So the next Rise retreat is 1 year from now in Costa Rica. In Costa Rica. Yeah. Kaylee, what's the dates? November 4th to 9th in Costa Rica. So we will be formally launching it December 1st. We already have, I think, 4 or 5 people on the waiting list that have put deposits down for the retreat in Costa Rica. So if it is something that you've had on your vision board and you want to come, you can put a deposit down now. I think it's just $2,000 deposit. And then you can pay it off over 6 months. Yeah. But Costa Rica, yeah. Coming for you in Costa Rica, Cassandra. Okay, I'd like to have someone from the team. I think CJ's been in touch. Eleanor says she's in. What are you in for? Eleanor, tell me. Millionaire, Modern Mentor, what are you taking? Lori Campbell, what about Colombia? Oh, I'd love to go to Colombia. Wouldn't that be lovely? Okay, if you have any more questions about our offer, our programs, what we have going on, I want you to please reach out to the team. You can reach out to me in my DMs on Instagram or on Facebook, and I will connect you with a member of the team. If you're watching on the YouTube Live, you can also comment on the YouTube Live that you want information, and we will respond back. But the easiest way is to fill out the form to speak to a member of the team. They'll answer your questions. They'll tell you all about pricing. We also have a third-party funder that we work with that can provide you with the funding so that you can pay for it over 3 to 5 years. There's all kinds of options. The one thing that I really, really want you guys to do is to make a decision to stay with us today. No matter what that offer is, no matter what course that is, I really, really, really want you to make the decision to stay with us, to grow, to ascend, and to stay in our energy. It truly is life-changing when you do that. So it's super, super, super powerful. Also finding financing options. Yes. Oh, look at Gina's helping me. Gina's helping me over here talk about some of these things. Okay. And if you have questions about the content, give it to the team. And if I have a lot of questions, I will come back and I will do a live. I'll do a Q&A about identity questions as well. Okay, you guys, we're running out of time. Oh my gosh, it's 11 o'clock. How did this time go by so fast? I could just stay on here with you guys all day long. All day long. So I am super grateful for everybody for the time that you gave me for being here. We are going to do the final scholarship. Okay, so the final scholarship. Oh, Casey, you're going to have to bump it because now I lost it in the chat. I'm just waiting for her to text me. If I'm on my phone during the training, I'm not like checking my Instagram or something. I'm chatting with the team, just so you guys know. I know one day somebody was like, Kathleen, you're on your phone. I'm like, well, I'm talking with the team. Okay, so the scholarship awardee today is Shantaya. Did I say that right? Shantaya or Shantaya? Oh, I might have messed it up a little bit. Anyways, it is Shantaya or Shantaya. You are getting our millionaire scholarship. And she can't come off mute. Okay. And then we also had 2 people just sign up for the Trinity Bundle with Millionaire right here on the call. 2 people after my own heart. This is embodiment of an identity, just like that. Boom, make the decision. So Donna Bentley and Helen have both enrolled. Yes, let's go. You don't even know what you're in for, do you? This is going to be life-changing, life-changing. So congratulations, everybody. I'm so incredibly grateful. If you ever need us, I hope you know that we are here. I hope every single one of you, regardless if you are a member of the Diamond Academy family or not, but I hope that you all know that we are here and we will always be here. We are a pillar. We are committed and we are strengths, okay? We will always be able to support you in any way that we can, so just reach out. Thank you, everybody. If you have questions about anything, yes, you can get Wealth from Within on its own. Yes, you can get the Rise on its own. We're gonna have all those options available. Watch my social media platforms for more information, chat with the team. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna end us with a song. Now, not long ago, we had a loss in the world. Somebody that was a singer in One Direction. And when he passed away, for some reason my phone started playing some songs from One Direction. And this song started to play over and over and over again for me. And I knew in that moment that song was being put in front of me for us to listen to on day 2 of Identity Shift. It's called The Story of My Life by One Direction. And when I listen to this song, what I hear is that the story of our life is up to us to write it. And it can go in any way that we want. And it can be anything that we want. And so what is the story of your life going to be from this moment forward? Because you get to write it. So let's listen to this song together. Let's enjoy, send our love to everyone.